What's up, guys? This is Alex from Beyond the Void Horror Podcast, and today we're going to be doing a spoiler-free review of the Killer Parents movie called Mom and Dad. And holy So first off, I just want to say I had to do a review for this movie because I enjoyed it so much. So this is good news for those who are wondering or on the fence. I'm sure this is one of those movies that's probably going to upset a lot of people. Those who are looking for things to kind of rally behind and find good causes or whatever. But just remember, guys, this is just a movie. It's just a peer into this weird world that Brian Taylor has created. Now, if you don't know, Brian Taylor is the writer and director of this movie, and he has actually done movies like Crank 1 and 2, Gamer, and one of the best movies ever made, Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. Just kidding, but hey, at least it's better than the first one, right? Anyway. This movie stars Nicolas Cage, who has been known to do many freak-out movies, so a lot of people were anticipating this movie because of that. It also stars Selma Blair from Hellboy 1 and 2, Ann Winters from Liv and Maddie and the Fosters TV shows, Zachary Arthur from the Fifth Wave movie, Robert T. Cunningham with his first appearance in a movie as a actual actor. He's done some work behind the scenes as a producer and other roles, which I think he did a pretty good job too. How can we forget Lance Henriksen, who makes one of the best appearances in the film, but I can't tell you why. Honestly, I really like this movie. It's dark, it's hilarious, it's fucked up. It does have some class. It doesn't actually go too far. It's like they have enough sense about them to not go over the line, but enough to just dance along the line, flicking people off. I'm sure this is going to piss off some people in some degree, and this is probably one of those movies where you're going to be on the fence. Either you fucking love it or you fucking hate it. And honestly, I fucking loved it. I think that there's a lot of really cool things that they did in this movie. Right from the beginning, the intro is done in this 70s exploitation movie sort of style, like the music and everything like that, which was like, kind of let me know the tone of the film. Also, I think some of the acting in the movie was really good. That was something I was a little worried about since it was a straight-to-video, although it did have a small release to some theaters out in the wild. But I don't know why it didn't have a wider release. Maybe it's because of the content. The subject matter might be a little too much for some people these days. But I think if you just remember, this is just a movie. You don't need to, it's just somebody's idea, and they made a movie about it, okay? It's a movie about parents who kill their kids because of an event that happens. I mean, it's kind of a ridiculous concept, but to be honest, they pulled it off. And some of the characters that go back and forth, how the parents will wave at their neighbors while they're killing their kids, essentially, is the essence of the movie. I think it's probably one of the best things about the movie is seeing them snap between normality and killing their kids in sick and really messed up ways. There is literally one scene in the movie, and I won't spoil it for you, where they play a song by Roxette, Could This Be Love? And oh my God, the whole time I was sitting there going, oh my God, are you really going to do this? Are you fucking going to do this? I mean, I'm okay with you doing it, but you probably shouldn't do it. You don't do it. You're probably going to piss people off, but I want to see it. I mean, I was so conflicted, but I was laughing the whole time. There were so many moments in this movie where I was cracking up. I was laughing at the top of my lungs, like going, yes, oh my God, yes. Like I was really excited. I had to actually sit down and do this review because of it. There's very, very few movies that I get that excited about. Maybe like the Office Killing movie that we just did, where they, the Belko experiment, where they go in, they get locked up and all this. It's kind of like in that vein, but they do it in a much more humorous way that it's not too much for the viewer. So, like I said, they have enough class to pull it back for the average viewer, but enough to go further enough that for the not average viewer, I guess you should say. But again, it could go either way for you. But for me, I'm a sicko. I love this. I thought it was awesome. It probably could have been a little bit more gory, but it does have gore in it. Stuff that I was like, oh, what the hell? Some that I was like, what? But either way, the humor in this movie was really dark, and for them to be able to pull that off with the subject matter, which is probably very touchy, it's pretty good. And I'll be honest, I mean, most families out there always joke about killing their kids. It's like some sort of, oh, I'm going to kill him. I'm going to choke the shit out of him. And you think about these things, but you never really do them. Well, what if you actually wanted to and you enjoyed doing it and got really excited and happy about it, but everybody else who was doing it, you were kind of upset about? Kind of a weird dichotomy there, but it works perfect. One of the interesting things about the movie is that it actually has some sentimental value to it, and some of the scenes where you think about your children when they were growing up and all these wonderful memories, and they intercut it with some of the more panicky moments, which I think adds like a really weird chemistry there, and it actually kind of works. I liked it. If you haven't seen this movie, if you have a dark sense of humor, I highly recommend it. If you're kind of very touchy about this kind of subject matter, maybe you won't, but I think you might be surprised. So I give this movie a 9 out of 10. And I think it's going to be added to my collection instantly. As soon as I can get a Blu-ray copy or 4K or whatever the hell, I'm adding it, because it's just one of those movies. It's not the best movie that's ever been made. It's just that they were able to pull it off in such a way that I really, really enjoyed it. And I laughed. I cackled like a fucking madman. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. I hope I can kind of give you an idea and some insight into whether or not this would be a movie for you. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up. It really does go to help out a long way. If you're watching this on Facebook or wherever, share it with a friend if you think that they might enjoy it too. Thanks again for stopping by, and long live the void!